Here is another thing that I see stair builders doing that might not be necessary, and that would be adding more stringers or doubling up the stair stringers. And keep in mind that I will not be able to tell you whether or not you need to do this, but I can tell you that I see it plenty of times on the exterior of a building, and if it is, then you could end up with a water trap. And this would be a small gap that would allow water to get trapped in between the lumber. And I'm sure some of you have seen videos where you can put some type of a waterproof membrane on top of the double stringers. But that can also lead to a problem. So my suggestion would be to maybe add 1 or 2 washers in between the stringers and then go ahead and run a bolt through them. If you're looking for a stronger stringer, something like this is going to allow the water to drain out of the area in between the stringers. Or instead of doubling up the stringers, you can just simply lay them out a little different. However, something like this might require a few more nails and could make it difficult to create a straight line between the other stringers so that you don't end up with squeaking stairs. Or you can use larger lumber. You can use lumber that's going to be wider or taller. So instead of using a 2x12, you could always use a 4x12 or a 6x12. Or use a 4x14 or a 6x14. Or even a single 2x14 instead of a 2x12. And if that isn't working for you, then maybe you can use larger risers or even larger treads. And I'm not about to suggest that you use any of these methods in this video without considering the ultimate option of cutting a huge, massive tree down and carving your own stairway out of a solid piece of lumber. And of course, I'm just joking, because unless you're going to be installing a stairway that needs to be structurally stronger for an industrial or commercial building, for example, then you're probably going to be better off just using the standard construction practices that have been working just fine for decades.